Hi, this is Kevin Lewis, and you're listening to the Awesome Horror Squad podcast.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Horror Squad podcast. This is episode number 379, where tonight we'll be talking about 2004's Saw. Going back to the OG, baby, for this one. I am here, of course, as always, with Steven and Todrick. Gentlemen, how you doing? How's your week?
Fine, but I want to address the turkey that has a hat on in the back of you right there over your right shoulder. What the hell is that?
Where?
Right
Oh,
there, that thing.
that actually is a scarecrow,
Okay.
creepy scarecrow thing. Sam is
Oh,
doing oh, and the dog just jumped up. Sam is currently doing some stuff for, I believe, Oriental Trading Company. They're starting to put out their Halloween products and stuff, so she's been doing some work with them. So that is one of the animatronics. It's like a creepy scarecrow on like a chair, like of skulls or something like that. It's pretty cool. And she also got like a Grim Reaper thing that is on like pedestal. That's pretty cool too. So check it out. Halloween Happy. I'm sure she'll have the video up relatively soon over on her YouTube channel or something like that. I know she's been editing it the last couple days. So there you go. Give her a little promo. I would like to remind everyone about our events. I got one coming up next week, actually, a week from Saturday, May 3rd, is Wicked New England's Halfway to Halloween Festival in Salem, Massachusetts. It will be taking place at Old Town Hall. I will be moderating several of the panels throughout the day. It is a 1 day festival. Sam will also be there. She'll be vending. There'll be a bunch of spooky themed vendors there, as well as a ton of local haunts, ghost hunters, a bunch of people. Will be there to celebrate, of course, halfway to Halloween. Can you believe it? We're already halfway to Halloween. It's insane. But yeah, it should be a really great time. This is the first year of the festival, so come out and support it. And, hopefully it will grow over the years and get bigger and better. Also, it's just a bunch of Halloween weekend in October in Salem, Massachusetts, as well. You've heard this event many times before. Steve, Todd, and I, of course, helped start it, and it's getting bigger and better every year with the cast of Hocus Pocus. So come on out in October with the cast of Hocus Pocus. That will be October 2nd through the 5th. Tickets are on sale and events are already selling out very fast. So you can head to itsjustabunchofhalloween.com for tickets and all details for that. So come out to one or both the events. And I know, hopefully we'll have more events for you guys in the Midwest and out west for you non-East Coast fans. But yeah, that's all I got. Todd, what else
cool.
you got? Anything?
No, nothing.
Movie updates?
Yeah, movie updates. Working on mine still. We got our hopefully. I want to say last day shooting, but it's probably not going to happen because we have
Nice.
to get a lot done on that. But we're going to get that done middle May, and then I got some other shit that I need to do for it. But been into the sound work, designing the music, shit like that. So it's going and looking at distributors for it, little indie distributors for Blu-rays
Mm-hmm.
and streaming services and all that crap. So it's a little more difficult to get on Tubi than I anticipated. So
No,
but we're gonna get there. We're
we'll
getting
get
there,
there.
baby. Yeah.
We'll
If
get there.
fucking Trump versus aliens can get on there, then this our movie with the budget can get on there. That costs $10 in a beer to make. So
For sure. Yeah,
yeah,
I mean,
it'll
I
be
would
fine.
say, yeah, we'll figure it out. I mean, worst case, we can't get on Tubi. Maybe we can release it ourselves,
Yeah.
somewhere, until we can get it on
There's
Tubi. But
always YouTube, but we're getting on Tubi for sure. It's just
yeah,
having to jump through a couple of hoops now, so whatever's.
yes. Yeah, and we mentioned, I think we're aiming now for a 2026, early 2026 release is the current
Hmm.
timeline we're hoping for. So, you know, we're
Yeah.
we're We're
Yeah.
excited for that. We're excited for you guys to check it out. I'm currently in pre-production working on costumes and whatnot. Hopefully get the table read very soon. And yeah, hopefully filming by late May, early June. And yeah, it should only take a few 2 to 3 weekends, I'm assuming. And so I'm hoping to have everything wrapped up by July for that and then into the editing process. So yeah.
Cool. Sweet.
Yeah. Anyway, Steve, welcome, friend. How's it going? I know you got movie club coming up this week.
I do.
And any other updates?
Yeah, movie club on Friday. We're going to watch the ABCs of Death 2. So that'll be
Nice.
a fun time. And for those in our Discord as well, on Saturday, I'm planning to do another little mini golf game in VR. So we have a group going on for that in the Discord as well. So yeah, a ton of reasons to join our Discord. It's absolutely free and we do stuff together. So there you go.
Yeah. Hell yes. All right. Awesome. All right, gentlemen, I think it's time now then to jump into the show. So I think it is time, Steve, to spill a little tea.
Let's spill it.
Oh, you want the tea? I'm sorry. We don't serve tea. Nope. Instead, you get a cup of Joe. And now here's Joe with the news.
Alrighty, thank you so much, Chuck. And here it is, ladies and gentlemen, your cup of Joe for this week. Let's start off with news that just broke today of the day of this recording, and that is the I Know What You Did Last Summer trailer has released. No, not that I Know What You Did Last Summer from 20 years ago or whatever. The new I Know What You Did Last Summer, 2025. Yes, we had Scream, and then Scream returned, and now we have I Know What You Did Last Summer returning as I Know What You Did Last Summer. Yes, we love this. We love these reboots. We love these remakes. Question marks. I don't know. But anyway, the trailer released today. So, gentlemen, quite simply, what did you think of this trailer?
I I really liked the opening kill they showed. Therefore,
Yes.
I turned it off because I didn't want to see anything else. Because trailers, as we know, are shit now and they show everything. But yeah, I like the vibe it was going for from what I saw. And I just hope it pokes fun at the current 20-year-olds in the world right now because he's like, go upstairs and do the tranquil bath that you like. I'm like, shut up. And then there's a cool kill. So yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I think the trailer is good on its own. You know, like it's good enough, but I can't say I'm looking forward to it. It looks a little like it looks cheesy as hell. The fucking line, like, let me ask you, what were you doing last summer? It was fucking
Yeah, that
just
was bad.
oof, awful. I still don't get how, like, why they would ask two people why, like, that did this, what, 30 years ago, their advice as if it's gonna have some kind of huge insight into what to do and everything. I don't know. It's a weird movie. And also, the date that it comes out. So I didn't notice the release date until the trailer. That's like smack in the middle of July. That's right in the middle of Jurassic Park, Superman, and Fantastic Four. That seems like a really
Mhm.
fucking dumb move to me. Like I get to do it in the summer, but couldn't they wait till
Right.
August to get out of all the like giant movie tentpoles of the year?
Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, I why would they do it? Well, I guess they couldn't do it July 4th weekend if like you said, some of these bigger releases are coming out, so they probably tried to wait. But it's a July 4th movie, right? I'm assuming if they're trying to go with the same thing, we'll see, I guess. As far as the trailer goes, yeah, I mean, it definitely doesn't look like a movie for us, right? It definitely looks like they're feeding on the younger crowd for this, but also trying to play like the nostalgia crowd as well, just by bringing Freddie Prinze and Jennifer Love Hewitt back. But it mainly looks like a, you know, teenagery early 20s type slasher movie. Yeah, I mean, whatever. I wasn't a big fan to I Know What You Did Last Summer to begin with. I mean, we reviewed it and I don't think either of the movies are all that great.
These
So it's
movies
not
suck.
it's not I mean, I definitely have nostalgia for it because of the year it came out and all the hot people that were in the movie when it did come out, obviously. But yeah, I mean, I love Jennifer Love Hewitt, so I mean, I'm excited to see her back. And it's cool, but like, I think we've learned at this point these nostalgia plays never really work out very well for these horror movies. I would say it probably worked out best for Halloween, the first one, and then obviously we got into Kills and Ends and it started going downhill from there. And Scream, I don't think worked at all, really. And I feel like it's gonna be similar to this, where I feel like the legacy characters are kind of gonna be wasted And will they die? I don't. I think we might see the death of Freddie Prinze in this one. Maybe. I don't know if they'll have the balls to kill off Jennifer Love Hewitt or not. We shall see. But yeah, I mean, I don't see this, spurning into a like trilogy or anything like the other ones. I feel like this could be a one and done. We'll see how it goes. Also, what really confused me is like how it almost looks like the same exact scenario where like a car like drives off a cliff, like they show the cliff again and everything. So is it going to be like an exact same scenario? Because that
It's
would
like
be
a remake.
it would be extremely convenient if that's the case. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I'm sure we'll review it because I feel like we have to, But yeah. But yeah, whatever. We'll see. All right. Next bit of news here is a little bit of an update on Ready or Not Part 2. Yes, we are finally getting the sequel to Ready or Not 2. And production has officially started. They started filming just the other day for this. And the big news that came out of it was the rest of the cast has been announced for the film. Of course, Samara Weaving will be back as the main character. And we'd also got the title for Ready or Not. And I would say it's a pretty obvious choice. Ready or Not, Here I Come will be the official title of this one. Radio Silence will be back to direct, along with Catherine Newton, which had already been previously announced, but the rest of the cast was a surprise. Also cast is Sarah Michelle Gellar, Sean Hatosi, who you might know from The Faculty fame. He was sort of the jock kid in The Faculty. He's also recently in The Pit, for those of you who have watched The Pit.
Yeah, and Animal Kingdom. That's what I know him from.
Animal
So,
Kingdom as well. Okay.
Mm.
Also, Nestor Carbonell, who most of you know as Permanent Mascara Man. Also, Richard Alpert in Lost, I believe he played that
yeah, and
character. He was also
Batman.
in Batman, and he was also in Bates Motel. Also in the cast, Elijah Wood, of course, Frodo, amongst many other characters. Horror-wise, he's going to be in the upcoming Toxic Avenger. He was also in Maniac.
Frank, bro.
He's been in several.
Maniac. Come on.
Yes.
Give Elijah the respect he deserves.
Yes. And I would say perhaps the most surprising casting choice is director David Cronenberg will also be starring in this movie. So quite the cast of characters here. Very impressive cast. So I think we are in for a treat for Ready or Not 2. If it's anything like the original, we definitely should be in for a treat. So, gentlemen, any thoughts on the casting? I mean, Cronenberg, I think, is the big standout here. I've never, has he ever acted before?
I'm psyched. I think it's a great guess.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, he's in Nightbreed. He's a serial killer.
Oh, that's right.
Mhm.
Okay.
He sucks. He's not a great actor, so I'm not excited for that. Yeah, he has little cameos in other films too. The Fly, he's like a doctor, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, he does cameos in his films, but
Gotcha.
yeah, never in a cast announcement, as far as I know. It's definitely a choice.
Mhm.
Although I gotta say, just on a quick Cronenberg side note, I'm super looking forward to his movie The Shrouds with Vincent Castle, which is coming out this year, and maybe even imminently, I believe. So if anyone has seen that trailer, I think probably one of my most anticipated this year.
Alrighty. Well, once again, another movie I'm sure we'll definitely be reviewing when it does get released. And any updates, we'll let you know. All right, next bit of big news that come out. File this one under who saw this coming? Ryan Gosling producing a Killer Clowns from Outer Space reboot? That is right, ladies and gentlemen. Ryan Gosling, of all people, is on board to produce a Killer Clowns from Outer Space remake from MG. Amazon will be releasing this one. Not many other details, except they're describing this as a remake. And that's really all we know as of right now. Any thoughts, gentlemen?
I mean, I want to see more Killer Clowns. I don't know. I don't know what to expect from this, but to have a big name attached to it, maybe we'll make it happen. I'm actually surprised that it's taking this long, so because of how popular that movie has become in the last 5 to 10 years. So yeah, I guess we'll see. But until it's actually on film, grain of salt for me because it's one of those that's just been rumored forever.
Sure.
I think the real question is Ryan Gosling a horror fan that we didn't know about? 'Cause he's a
Quite.
fan of this film, so
He
kind of
was
makes sense.
he was attached to actually originally be the Wolfman in the latest Lee Winnell Wolfman movie, and then
Mm.
he had to drop out. Yeah,
That would have
I
been
don't
better with him in it, I think,
agree.
because he's a pretty good
Agreed.
actor.
Agreed. The guy who was the Wolfman, I think, did a pretty solid job. But yeah, I mean, I would have been way more interested.
Yeah,
in...
I just didn't get their. I didn't believe their chemistry in that film. That's
Oh,
what really did for me.
agreed. Definitely agreed. But yeah, man, I'm definitely intrigued. I mean, I think we're obviously long overdue for a Killer Clowns reboot or sequel or whatever you want to call it. I guess the question is like, are the Chiodo brothers going to be involved at all? Will it was it sort of a lightning in the bottle thing? Like, will they be able to recapture that sort of same like magic from the 80s? I really don't know. Like I just feel like it's almost a movie that is sort of a time capsule movie, and I just don't know if in 2025 or 2026, whenever this does release, if you can capture that same essence.
I think you have to have the brothers, and I'm saying that from obviously a horror fan to like just a movie fan in general, man. Like it's their creation, it's their molds,
Yeah.
it's blah blah blah. So like, I don't see them not bringing them in because that would just fucking
They have
suck.
to, right? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it'd be
But
crazy
it
if
is
they don't.
Hollywood, so
Yeah, I know, right? Like we've heard that before. We're like, how do you not bring that back? And then it comes about like, oh, they're not bringing them back. And you're like, what? Then the movie fails.
yeah, like
Yeah,
Damien not being in The Strangers makes zero sense. It's like,
yeah.
get the
I mean,
guy,
that's
it's a fucking mask, put him in there.
yeah, right. Well, it's way cheaper to just hire a different actor that
Guess.
doesn't talk in a mask, probably. But yeah, we'll see. Yeah. Speaking of Damien, the event surrounding a peeping Tom is finally hitting the what do you call it?
Festivals?
The festival circuit. Yes. So the movie should be getting a release relatively soon.
Excited?
Yeah, I'm very excited. I mean,
I
I'm
really
just
hope it's
speaking
like your
roles
ear,
in
dude.
it.
I know,
so
but
like
I hope it's your ear.
it's just like, yeah, right. You'll see. You probably won't see me at
That's
all.
my
So
ear.
it'll be even funnier.
At this point, we've built it up to the point where it's like the whole
I
movie's
know.
about you. It's like your
Right,
life story.
What,
Like I'm
what if
starring.
yeah. What if it took so long because they had to like creatively edit you out of the film? They're like, this
Right.
fucking guy keeps looking in the camera every take. Like
No way,
that's
man.
what took it so long.
I was a pro. I was a
Yeah?
fucking pro. Oh yeah.
Nice.
Just you wait. All right. Oh yeah. I mean, we'll give you guys any updates that come about on Killer Clowns. Obviously, I know we're all really excited to see what happens with that. All right. Next bit of news is a Silent Night, Deadly Night update. The remake is going to be coming. December 12th is the official release date for it, and we have a star. It has been announced that Rohan Campbell will be playing Billy. Todd looks confused.
Is that
about the
killer? Is that
name.
Halloween guy?
That is the
No.
man from Halloween Ends, of course, who played Corey Cunningham, everyone's favorite killer from Halloween Ends. I don't know, man.
He was fine. There's nothing against him.
Yeah,
That movie just sucked.
I saw like in our Discord, a lot of people were shitting all over him, and I'm like, I really didn't think he was that bad in Halloween Ends. Yeah, the movie sucked, but like I think he's like an okay enough actor that he could probably pull off Billy. Like, could you have chosen maybe, gone different routes or whatever? Maybe, but I'm willing to give it a chance because I love Silent Night, Deadly Night, obviously, but it definitely is not like a perfect movie, and I think you could improve like off of that original story. So I'm excited for it. I don't know if it'll be as good, or whatever, but I'm always down for more Christmas horror, and I think this has potential.
Is that theater, did you say, or is that a Prime, or what
It
we looking
is
at?
it so Blade Discussing is releasing it, so it's probably going to be like a limited theater release, kind of like what they
Okay.
did with Terrifier and stuff like that. And then it will probably hit Screenbox eventually.
I'll
So
have
I'm
to do a
assuming
free trial for that.
yeah, I'm assuming it'll probably be like maybe in theaters for like a week or something like that, or like a weekend special release. But I'll update you guys on here once I get more information regarding that. All right, just a couple more stories to go through here. We are getting another adaptation of Carrie, ladies and gentlemen. Do we need another adaptation of Carrie? How many do we get? Well, here's why maybe this one might be a little different. because Mike Flanagan will be writing and be the showrunner for this new, and he'll also be directing select episodes of this Carrie reboot. It will be for Amazon Prime Video. As far as casting or anything like that, we currently don't know who is going to be our title character as Carrie. But yeah, man, I mean, Mike Flanagan, I mean, I'm on board.
I mean, at this point, there will be more interpretations of Carrie than fucking Batman. You know, like it's
Right.
ridiculous. I just don't understand why people go back to this specific one all the
It
time.
isn't it. I mean, I think because it's right, like you could make it every 10 years for a younger generation, right? Because it's your classic like bully like high school story that always will resonate with like younger audiences. So I guess that's probably why they keep going back to that well. But yeah, I mean Mike Flanagan seems to be the Stephen King guy, man. He's doing Cujo too,
He's doing
right?
a lot of
Like
stuff, man. He's like,
yeah, he's a
yeah,
busy man. And
yeah,
he's
no
doing
kidding.
Exorcist. He's doing Exorcist.
Yeah,
Like
he is.
when the hell is this guy gonna have all the time to do all this? It's unbelievable. But he really is the it guy for horror right now, and I mean deservedly so. Like, has he made anything bad yet? Like, I mean, not really, right? Like everything he's touched has been pretty solid. Like, even if not amazing, it's still been pretty damn good. So
Didn't like his VHS segment, but no.
okay,
That's
which
about
I
it.
don't. Which one was that one?
It was a really weird, like spacey one. Kate
Oh,
Oh, that
wasn't
was
that
one.
his wife though that did
she
it?
directed it. He wrote it.
That
He
was a
wrote it.
stinker.
Okay, I didn't hate that.
That was the
one.
only bad one on that.
Yeah, that was my least
That
favorite
show.
on that
Yeah.
specific one.
It definitely wasn't the best one, but I didn't hate it either. But all right, well we'll keep you guys updated on that as well. And then what else we got? Just two more quick ones here. I don't think we talked about this yet, but Warner Brothers has confirmed that we are going to be getting a Beetlejuice sequel and Gremlins movies. So what that is going to entail, I don't think we need another Beetlejuice movie, but I don't know, man.
We knew this was coming.
We knew it was coming, right?
As soon as they
Like,
titled it Beetlejuice,
yeah.
Beetlejuice,
Yeah,
they had to. So, yeah.
I don't
Would
know,
you
man.
guys want the Maitlands back for 3?
Yeah, they're never gonna come back though. I don't
don't
think.
think so?
Like, no, well, because Alec Baldwin, like, he's after his whole controversy. Although, like, I think that controversy's kind of died off at this
He
point.
finished that
but-
movie.
No- no pun
which is
intended.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, like, he's doing that weird reality show now that's getting him like a lot of buzz.
Christ.
Like which I haven't watched or anything, but apparently, like, him and his wife have like a really weird relationship or something that I keep seeing.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, him and Gina Davis have done cons together, but they won't do photo ops together. So I don't know if they're like they don't get along.
That's strange. Yeah.
Yeah. So like I don't know. I feel like there's sort of a weird broken relationship there maybe or something. I don't expect it. If we see anyone back, it probably would be Gina Davis. They would bring one of them back, but at that point that'd be weird to only bring one of them back. So I don't think we'll see the Maitlands. And they also like addressed it in this new movie saying they like kind of moved on, so you'll never see them again. So they already kind of wrote them off. But where do you go like with a third Beetlejuice movie at this point? Like I'm kind of trying to remember even how the
It's
second,
Baby
the last one
Beetlejuice.
ended. Oh yeah, fuck that, man. I hated that. Yeah, I gotta admit, like we were really positive on, we were like mostly positive on that movie, although we did have a lot of critiques on it too. But man, I went back and rewatched it recently, and I was like, this movie kind of sucks. Like after like on a rewatch, so
Kind of like the Hocus Pocus 2 effect.
Yeah,
Where we're like, okay.
yeah,
And then
yeah,
afterwards,
like
like, fuck this.
the nostalgia glasses wore off after
Yeah.
like the first watch, and I'm like, ooh, this movie was pretty bad actually. So
It's forgettable.
yeah, very forgettable, and I don't know. Like obviously we'll watch it and we'll go see it and stuff and review it, I'm sure. But yeah, man, I don't know. I don't know. You know, it's always a treat to see Michael Keaton though. So you know, we'll watch it. But I don't know. Do you think it's like sort of a Jenna Ortega like exhaustion thing at this point? Like she's kind of been in like so much and stuff like that, and she's gonna be in Wednesday season 2 and stuff. Like,
you know,
is there such a thing, I guess, as being exhausted by a certain actor?
I
Like-
can see that, but she wasn't the problem in Beetlejuice, you know, to me.
No,
anyway.
I mean, yeah,
You know, like the movie had a lot of other problems than
Right.
her. But I think you can get fatigue. You know, I know people on the non-horror side are feeling it with Pedro Pascal. He's like
The
in
Rock,
Yeah.
every friend. Yeah, The Rock kind of had that.
Kevin Hart. It's just like it gets to the point where you're like, okay, we don't need to see. Which I like all those people in
Right.
small doses, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll never get sick of Pedro Pascal though, man. I love that guy. He's
Good,
great.
good looking guy.
He's great.
Yes. Yes.
Lots of charisma.
hmm Yes. Which Last of Us season 2 has started. So
Ooh. Yeah, don't talk about
yes.
that.
I won't. I won't. I won't. But all right, what else do I got here? One more story, I guess. Oh, and a Gremlins movie. Do we want another? It's been what, 30 years? We ready for another Gremlins,
See,
gentlemen?
that one I can see
Mm.
more than Killer Clowns. I think that one could be a lot of fun with the right person involved.
We got
So
we got Galligan coming back.
I doubt it.
You don't think so?
No,
I could see him being like the legacy character brought
You think?
back,
I
right?
mean,
Or
what else
Phoebe-
is he
or-
doing?
Yeah.
I mean, he does
Cons.
cons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I know he's killing it, cons, but like, I gotta have Galligan back, dude,
I would say bring him back, yeah. And Phoebe Cates, right?
and Hulk
Yeah.
Hogan.
Yeah, definitely Hulk Hogan with this.
They
He's
can-
popular these days, right?
Yeah, very
Bring them all back.
Yeah.
Speaking of Hulk Hogan, WrestleMania this year stunk. I'm just gonna say it. I
Yeah,
think
it
you
wasn't
guys-
that exciting.
It was
Uh,
very
I-
like even Sam was like, man, she's like, was it just me or like she's like sometimes usually I enjoy watching it with you. She's like, but it was pretty lackluster. I was like, yeah, it wasn't very good this year at all.
I had two moments that I absolutely love. The one, Stone Cold coming out driving
Yes.
recklessly.
Yeah.
When I was watching it live, I'm like, holy fuck! And then he crashed it, and I didn't know he crashed it beforehand. I
Yeah.
just saw him crash into the wall. That was hilarious. And then the wrestler that looks into the camera, who's so fucking funny.
Oh yeah, the blonde
Joe
guy.
Hendrick?
from- yeah.
I'm like, I want more of this guy. He's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, but all right. Last story of the night is a sad one. As I reported on Joe Dante making a Little Shop of Horrors reboot that was going to be titled Little Shop of Halloween Horrors. Well, unfortunately, Joe Dante most recently said that is now dead. He said, at this moment, like so many things in town, nothing's happening. We always hope that will change, but it's not the greatest time right now to get projects off the ground. So it has, and he also went on to say the project has been shelved indefinitely. Does
You know
this
what
make
pisses
you
me
sad? Or you like, do we really need
I-
a little shop?
I don't care about that. But what makes me mad though is like these Hollywood guys complaining. It's just like, okay, well, lower your budgets and do things a little bit lower scale and build on story and characters, and I think you'll succeed. And make what happened to the $5 million budget movies, man? Those used to fucking kill it, and now everything's 25 mil, and then we broke 50, but that wasn't profitable because we needed 100. It's like, shut up. Even with like
Right.
Sinners coming out
Look
right
at
now,
the
like
Sinners killing it, man. Like they
yeah, but not to
biggest
Hollywood's level.
biggest
they're
opening
complaining
for an
about it.
original movie this decade so far.
Yeah, but they're complaining about it still. And then Ben Stiller had to come out and say, like, what do you
I
guys
know.
want? Like, it's fucking. So my
I
point
agree-
is, like, you
I agree.
greedy bastards. Like, just we're making a movie with $5,000. You can make one with 5 million easily. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, crybabies.
Yeah, I mean they, obviously like Sinners had I mean the thing with Ben Stiller was like it has a $90 million budget, right? Like it had $9 million budget, so like the headline was like Sinners made $61 million, like which is like unbelievable for a movie like that's an original horror movie that like really you wouldn't think would have that big of an opening. Like where did it find an audience like that? And like they threw like this backhanded compliment and they're like, well, it still costs like 90 million, so there's still 30 million in the hole or whatever. It's like that should not be the headline, So I mean,
Yeah.
I totally agree with
But
Ben Stiller on that,
that's-
especially where it's like an all like black like led cast and black director and stuff like that. And it's like, yeah, it's weird that they
Yeah,
would-
that's a real big problem with media these days is that they don't celebrate movies. They just find a way to kind of knock it down.
yeah.
It's, it sucks, like a movie like Sinners to getting a horror film that's, really surpassing expectations and fucking doing monster numbers. Like people should celebrate that and not just find a way to kind of say, but,
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's
Yeah, 100%. And it's like I said, it's obviously we're early in the decade. I mean, we're 5 years in now, and it's the biggest opening for not even just a horror movie, I believe, but just like for any original movie. It's unbelievable. Like what it has already accomplished. And Steve and I are actually going to be reviewing it next week, so you'll hear our thoughts on it. I can't wait to see it. It's also, I think, obviously like the buzz, right? It was like 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, like right off the bat, and everyone's sort of raving about it, and all of the people on Letterboxd I've seen have also been raving about it. So I'm not gonna lie, like when I first saw the trailer for it, I was like, eh. But now I'm like really excited based on like everything everyone's saying about it. So I mean, it seems like a top of the year contender horror movie. So yeah, we'll see. But yeah, so you'll hear it next week. But yeah, that's it for horror news this week. Thank you, everyone. And once again, if you ever want to send in your horror news, you can send it in through the Discord or email or whatever, and I'll share the horror news every 2 weeks on the show. Alrighty, gentlemen, I think it is now time to head into what watched. So tell me, what y'all been watching this week besides WrestleMania?
And besides Toby Hooper films, because I've been watching.
Ooh,
Yeah, me too.
Oh,
I've been
trying to
like
catch up with Steve.
hitting it hard.
I better get on that.
Hey, you better.
I've reached the watching like old TV rips of movies because I can't find them anymore.
I can't find Mangler. Where'd you find that at? Is that TV rip?
I've done Mangler and Toolbox Killer or whatever.
I got
Toolbox Murders.
I have to get on DVD because
So I have that one on Blue, so I'm good. But Mangler, the DVD's out of print, so it's expensive.
Is it the original? Did he do the original or the remake?
He did the remake.
He did the remake.
And the remake has
I feel like we
Sheridan
covered the
Zombie in
remake,
it.
Todd, like on the Three Guys Days.
Yeah, that sounds like something we did.
Yeah,
But
I think we did.
yeah, watching a lot of his movies. But Rule of Jenny Penn. You guys
Ooh.
both watched it.
Yes.
And I know Joe
Yeah,
talked to
asshole.
Did you talk about it, Steve, yet?
yeah, I
You did.
talked about it last
Okay, you
episode.
did. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, based on you guys is talking about it, I decided to plug in the old Shutterbox and oh man, yeah, a little bit of rundown. This judge, he has a stroke and he gets sent to a kind of like a retirement slash elder living care, whatever you want to call them, center. And John Lithgow plays this fucking asshole that like runs everything and like has all the patients and members of the the household or whatever you want to call it in living in terror because he's a fucking prick and he goes in there and he abuses them, like he hits them, he chokes him, he'll fucking piss on you. And then he has this stupid ventriloquist doll on his hand that called Jenny Penn that he makes people like worship and say like, "Hey, who's in charge?" Jenny Penn's in charge. That's fucking right. And makes him lick her asshole, which is his hand. But honestly, dude, like I love this one. I liked it a lot. And I was wondering where I was gonna end up because I know Joe gave 3.5, Steve went 4, but I ended up on the 4 side of things because two things that really bother me in life is one of them is like children and older people, the people that can't really protect themselves, and when they get abused it just fucking bothers me. So in this case it's the elder being abused and they can't defend themselves, and some people are just so far gone that they just stare at the wall and he's fucking with them, and our other lead character has a stroke so he can't operate his full body, and his roommate is ex-rugby player, like a star, and he used to be this big old yoke guy, and he's just meager and sad and scared, and it just fucking hurt, man. And the acting in it was phenomenal, phenomenal. Sure, we'll go with that. And it just like had me thinking after the credits rolled, like days later, I was still thinking about how like it disturbed me, and it's not like a scary movie to the point where like Insidious style or Conjuring style scares. It's just scary to the point like, man, this fucking sucks for these people, and I couldn't wait for anyone to just punch him in the throat or push him down the stairs or put a bag over his head and choke him out because he was that evil. And I highly recommend it. 4 out of 5. The Rule of Jenny Penn.
Excellent. Would you lick the asshole, Todd?
I'm stabbing that dude. I'm hiding a knife under my pillow when he comes in. I'm jamming in his throat. Like later, dude. And then how's the staff get explained? He's in my room with like a bag of piss at that point. Because conveniently, the staff is always gone when he's having his rampages, and they always believe everybody else but him.
Wouldn't they have cameras in those old
Yeah,
folks'
exactly.
home, like in the
You'd
center?
think.
Also, like, hasn't
The
the guy
common
been there
rooms.
for like 40 years
Yeah,
or something? And wouldn't they notice like all this weird shit's happening?
He used to work
always
there or
has to do with
something.
him.
Very
too.
convenient.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, you gotta forgive it but like, man, he lights that dude on fire. It's fucking
Yeah.
gosh, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it is a solid one. Yeah, the further I've gotten away from it, like great acting though, but yeah, great movie. Okay, I got only one tonight, and I think Steve watches too. So if you
Yeah,
want to jump in on
this is
it
mine too.
too.
My first one too. So
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Excellent. All right, we'll jump on in on it together. We'll tag team it, as the kids would say these days. Do the kids say it? I don't know. I'm saying it. All right, 2025 release, a Blumhouse release, a little movie called The Woman in the Yard. This one kind of came and went in theaters. I didn't hear like a ton of people talking about it, or it didn't get much buzz. But yeah, I mean, I saw it was available to watch at home, so I was like, why not? Let's give it a watch. Based on the trailer, honestly wasn't expecting much out of this, especially like movies like this that Blumhouse do are usually like extremely sort of generic and whatnot. So my expectations going in were very low. But yeah, Woman in the Yard is about a family living on this sort of farm in the middle of nowhere. The mother recently was in a car accident that unfortunately killed her husband, the children's father. So now it is just the mother and the two kids living in this sort of desolate farmhouse. One day they look out the window and there is a woman dressed in all black robes and whatnot. Sort of think of like a funeral attire, just sitting out in the yard. And they're trying to figure out, why is this woman in our yard? And from there, spooky things happen, amongst other things. And I'll just leave it there. Yeah, man. This movie overall was actually better than I expected. You know, I went in thinking it was going to be a very generic sort of ghost story, La Llorona type thing, but it ended up being better. Like I said, better than I thought. You know, I think it was kind of mismarketed almost as a horror movie, because it's like more of a drama that focuses on some really heavy themes, which I won't spoil. But yeah, you know, I think if I could see why a lot of people didn't like this movie, because it's definitely very light on the horror. You know, there's definitely a lot of horror elements in it, but it definitely focuses more on the mental aspects of things rather than, you know, jump out, jump scare type horror, which is honestly what I was expecting out of this. You know, I feel like there was so much potential for the woman in the yard character that never got there or was explored enough. And then on the drama side of things, like they were doing a really good job in the first two thirds, and then I felt like in the third act it just became way too like obvious and on the nose, that it's like it was like almost force feeding the audience like, okay, here's like what we're doing and blah blah blah. And I just felt like there it could have been a more, you know, refined, I suppose, way to do it. But yeah, man, I think there's some really good stuff in here. So yeah, I mean, overall, I give it a 3 out of 5. I think it's definitely a good one-time watch. Is it something I'll ever revisit? No, probably not. But I also think the ending was really good. It's like a good think piece of like, and something that would honestly would make for a great discussion, you know, for people after the fact. Like I immediately actually messaged Steve after watching it and had a little discussion with him, because I feel like the ending can be interpreted in different ways, and I think that's always a good thing. So yeah, Woman in the Yard, I gave it a 3 out of 5.
Yeah, I agree with everything. A lot of stuff that Joe says there. I really like the concept of the woman in the yard. She's really spooky. It's just like this, woman in a black kind of dress and veil, and she's just sitting there, and there's really nothing that should be spooky about her, but there's something really off-putting about having this woman just there staring at the house and slowly over time getting closer and closer to the house. Like her chair's like moving closer and closer to the house. And I was really into it. I was really like looking forward to seeing, okay, what's the deal with the woman in the yard? What's like kind of scares are we going to start getting from the woman in the yard? And that's where the movie falls off for me, is that the woman in the yard kind of like they stop focusing on the woman in the yard and start focusing on the family drama portion of it more so than anything. And they reveal the woman in the yard too quickly. They should have just left her, even if it's just in the background, like slowly getting closer. It reminded me a little bit of, is it in Insidious, where the bride in the pictures is getting closer and closer to in the
Yeah.
pictures and stuff like that. Yeah, it gave me kind of that vibe to it, and it just didn't lead anywhere interesting to me. The drama was good, but like Joe said, in the third act, they kind of muffle the message a little bit, and it gets a little too complicated. There's like all sorts of supernatural things happening and real things happening, or is it supernatural? Is it dreaming? Like there's a lot of things going on, and it's just not a very cohesive, in my opinion. I gave it 2.5 stars out of 5. I think it's worth checking out if you see it streaming somewhere, but I wouldn't go out of my way to check it out either.
Very cool. My next one, my last one is gonna be Evil Dead 2013, which we had movie night at Brent's house. TJ was in Japan, living it up, and yeah, it was Evil Dead night. So yeah, this one is Mia. She's a drug addict, and her friends and her brother take her to a cabin secluded to try to get her off the smack, right, and let her go through withdrawals in private, so she can't talk her way out of it anymore. But oh no, the cabin has the Book of the Dead, and of course, the fucking nerd in the group reads from the book, summons the Deadites, and they come back to wreak havoc. And of course, naturally so, they don't believe Mia that there's like an evil presence. They think she's just trying to, spew some bullshit so that she can get up going through withdrawals, which makes a lot of sense. I really like this aspect of it. It's a nice angle on it, like, drug addiction and trying to kick it and stuff like that. And it makes total sense that they would not believe her because she's like, throwing up, panicking. I need to get out of here. I'll do withdrawal, but I'm not gonna do it here, blah blah blah. So saw us in the theater when it originally came back. I liked it, but didn't love it. And then every subsequent viewing, I've liked it even more. Like I think the last time I watched it was for our 2010 list. Gave it a 4, and this time I give it a 4.5, man, because this movie does not waste any time. We get violence from the get-go, and it's not just like little stabbies here and there. It's brutal, dude. Like you get tongues getting split in half, you get burns, you get all sorts of shit, and chainsaw action, all that. My only gripe, honestly, is like I appreciate that it goes so fast and gets to the point. However, I kind of wanted more character development in the beginning, getting to know the people. Like I know we have enough to know who they are, like the brother's been gone for a while, the sister going through withdrawal, the friends that kind of like took over being the brother figure to her. But I just wanted more of that, man, because you don't really get to know them outside of the brother character and Mia. So Evil Dead 2013 is a 4.5 out of 5, and you can buy the brand new 4K Steelbook, which is really cool, and it has the unrated cut on it. So, yep.
Cool. All right, so my second one this week is one that Joe had talked about a few weeks ago, maybe last week. Watched over on VOD, and that is 2025's Opus. So Opus is an A24 film, and it's about John Malkovich plays this musical artist called Moretti, and he's the greatest musical artist in the world. He sells like the most records, he has the biggest box office, the biggest concerts, all that stuff, and then he just disappears for like 30 years and no one knows what happened to him, where he went. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, after years of rumors that he would make a big comeback, this like music review group get a message saying he's making a new album and he's inviting a very small group to come preview the album on some compound. He invites a few music reviewers, a few influencers, and one intern randomly from one of the companies that review music, and that she's played by Ayo Edebiri, who most people would know from The Bear. She plays kind of the main one of the main cooks there. So they're driven to this compound, and she's just there to take notes for her boss, basically. And it has a very kind of culty vibe to it. People are super weird, are all dressed the same. And, then they meet Moretti, and from there it becomes a really kind of interesting, Midsommar slash The Menu type thing where Moretti is like slowly in interesting ways revealing his music, like with each scene in these really grandiose and awkward and interesting kind of setups that he builds throughout the weekend. And I'll leave it at that. And then it goes, of course, into a horror route, which, of course, it's a horror movie, and that's why I'm talking about it. So this movie, I thought started off really well. Like the first two acts were really, really good. Like I really enjoyed seeing what the cult was all about, the kind of weird stuff that would happen. John Malkovich had so much fucking fun with this role. Like him as the character of Moretti, he like does so many funny fucking things that aren't, I don't know if they're supposed to be funny, but he's like rolling around on the ground and he's doing these like, these like high art kind of things, and it's really hilarious. Unfortunately, it really falls apart for me in the third act. I don't like the direction that they went with. I don't like the way it ends either. And it really lost me. Like, I think where Midsommar really kind of put an accent at the end and like, okay, this is what it was all about. This one just falls off the cliff and not in an interesting way. I give it a 3 out of 5 stars. I still recommend people checking it out because both Ao and John Malkovich are really great in their roles, but it just, I guess, wasn't what I had expected. So that's Opus that you can watch on VOD.
Nice.
Alrighty. Alrighty. Thank you, gentlemen. And now, Mr. Todd, bust out the books, baby, because it is time for another round of the one of a kind, always amazing
Never
trivia.
been seen before. Trivia. Big numbers. Steve and I tied at 3 apiece. Joe with 1. Quarter number 2. We're
I only got
we're
one.
lighting fires, dude.
One.
Believe it.
Damn.
That's it.
That's all you
Alright.
got, big dog.
I don't believe it. I'm gonna go back and listen.
Well, you do that. But first, Joe, pick
Yes.
a number between 44 and 56.
55.
All right. Question number 1655. What is Jamie's relation to Michael Myers in Halloween 4 and 5 and 6?
Brother.
Oh. No, that's is it her uncle?
Oh, wait. Yes.
What is Jamie's relation
Oh
to
well,
Michael Myers?
it would
Wait,
be
Jamie
niece.
Lloyd.
Niece, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, niece.
Why'd you say Jamie Lloyd?
I don't know.
Like that was an answer. Jamie Lloyd.
All right, I'll go next then.
You're funny.
So it's
You're
actually
funny.
Kayla's birthday on Saturday. So
Kayla.
happy birthday,
Happy
Kayla.
birthday.
So in
Happy
her
birthday.
honor, I pulled out the old Kayla
Ooh.
questionnaire book
I love
and took 3 questions randomly from it. So the first one, in Alien Resurrection, what does Ripley offer to Annalee as a souvenir?
Fuck is Anna Lee?
I haven't
Little
seen
girl?
Alien Resurrection in a long
Oh,
time.
Alien Resurrection. I
Resurrection.
completely
Mhm.
overlooked that. A tooth.
You're close, but wrong.
Oh.
Well, I'll let Joe go.
A
Took too long.
head.
Wrong.
A claw.
Wrong. You don't
Oh,
want
that's a
to
good
guess,
guess.
Joe?
Dang it.
No.
Ooh.
No.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh, wait, never mind. Sorry.
So you were really close, Todd. It's actually a tongue.
Tongue. From
Yeah,
what?
from a
Yeah.
xenomorph.
They have tongues?
Do they have
remember that
tongues?
at
I didn't
all.
think they had tongues.
They did that fucking like.
They did
Oh,
a resurrection,
yeah.
I guess.
I suppose.
Yeah.
Bullshit, Kayla. Come on.
Bullshit. All right. First question for me. In the year 1983,
Mm.
this was the second highest grossing film in Japan after E.T. the Extraterrestrial.
In Japan. 1983.
Yes.
Gosh.
I'm gonna go.
I'm going
Poltergeist.
Friday. Oh, nice
No,
guess.
Poltergeist.
I'm going Friday the 13th, part 3.
Incorrect. I will give you a hint. Think about tonight's movie.
Saw. John Kramer. Saw.
Keep saying it. It might happen. For you.
Well, it might. You know what?
I'm
Trying to
gonna
help you
go
too, Dick.
for The Shining.
Incorrect.
The Shining. I'm trying to see what the connection to be with Saw. Danny Glover, maybe? Did he have a horror movie in '83?
I'm not saying there's a connection to the movie Saw exactly.
Okay.
Just okay. Ghostbusters 2.
No.
It was released in '89, but.
Okay, well, that's not first.
No.
The connection. Nope. You want another guess?
No.
Okay. The connection. Saw started the resurgence of the torture porn genre.
Mm-hmm.
What started it in 1983, maybe? A little movie called Cannibal Holocaust.
Really?
Dang.
Yes.
Wow.
Wow.
You
Killed over
fucking
there, huh?
Yeah.
You sick fucks.
I never would have
Uh,
guessed that from Saw.
Alrighty. Let's go. Steve, pick a number between 70 and 83.
82.
82. Oh wow. Question number 1682. Blair, Clark, Norris, and Palmer are among the characters in this
Oh, the
19.
thing.
Good job.
Yes. Yep.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
Still from the Book of Kayla. Brittany Snow reimagined the main role in this remake of what 1980 slasher film?
Britney Spears?
Brittany Snow?
No.
Oh, Britney Snow. That was a failed joke, but leave it in.
I believe she was an X too, right?
In what?
X?
I don't remember.
Who's Britney Snow? The blonde?
Snow.
X?
Snow?
Snow.
Or
Snow.
Snow, right?
Yeah.
She
I
the
think she's
blonde in X?
I think she's the blonde in X.
Possible.
If I'm not mistaken.
And what was the year of
Um,
from the
The
original?
original was 1980.
And then what else did you say?
Brittany Snow reimagined the main role in this remake of what 1980 slasher film?
Slasher film.
Stage Fright.
Wrong.
Bummer.
Hmm.
I'm gonna try again once Joe goes.
I spit on your grave.
Wrong.
It's not really
Slumber
a
Party
slasher film.
Massacre.
Wrong. Joe, you want
Good
one more?
guess. Sure. My Bloody Valentine.
Wrong. You're all in the right realm. It's Prom Night.
Prom Night.
Never
Mhm.
seen it.
Really?
Never seen it.
The original or the remake?
The remake.
Okay.
I've never seen the remake either. Yeah.
Decent? Question mark.
Is it back
Steve,
to me?
have you seen it?
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh.
I saw the original, but not the remake.
Back to me?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Well, dog's barking.
That's
The
all right.
first 30 minutes of this film are horribly boring. You were
One
just
cut of the
wa-
dead.
Incorrect. You were just watching.
What?
He
All right.
is correct about that. All right, let me start over. All right, number one. The first 30 minutes of this film are horribly boring. You were just watching unlikable characters.
Mm.
But once the first character disappears, this movie actually got very exciting and fun. Would you like a guess or would you like me to move on, Todd?
I'm gonna go to the end with this one. Keep going.
Okay. All right. I only watched this to punish my eyeballs and brain.
That'll show him.
And
30
number
minutes
three.
of boredom. Okay, that's well,
And number three. Thinking about the person that has to do the washing up afterwards.
pushing up afterwards. I'm gonna throw out X.
Incorrect.
I'm gonna throw out Spiral.
Incorrect. Think about torture porn once again. It is the theme.
Oh, I know what it is. It's
Hostel.
It is Hostel.
Yeah, fine.
Correct.
Snooze, you lose.
Yeah.
That's not boring. I disagree. I think it's
Yeah,
pretty good.
I
It's
wouldn't
great.
go with that either.
I like it. I like that one a lot.
Mm.
Oh, back to
Yeah.
back to me.
Mhm.
All right.
Final round.
Joseph, pick a number between 59 and 70.
69.
All right. Question number 1969. In what film will you find an evil twin on the back of the main character's head doing evil
Malignant.
things? Correct.
Oh,
Malignant.
Joe just
Joe on the
doubled his
board.
score.
Yes.
That's
All
cruel.
right.
Yeah,
Thea.
baby.
Ruthless.
All right. What is the name of Detective Matthew's son in Saw 2?
Daniel.
Correct.
Daniel,
Impressive.
you're a star.
We're running
Right,
through trivia
Elton John?
fast tonight, huh?
Yep.
Last one.
He's in a safe place. Fuck you, John Kramer, you piece of shit. It's fucked up. All right, sorry.
Guess the movie based on the IMDb information. This movie was released in the year 2009 with an
Year.
R rating. clocking in at 1 hour and 24 minutes. Categorized as splatter horror, crime, horror, and teen horror. Currently sitting at a 6.6 out of 10 over on IMDb
That's good for IMDb.
That's high, yeah.
with a Metascore of 73 out of 100.
That's good too.
Cast: Xavier Samuel, Robin McLeavy, John Brumpton, and Richard Wilson.
None of
Any
them
of these
ring a
people.
bell.
Yeah.
I will say all of those are main characters.
Oh,
I'm
really?
not leaving anyone out.
Wow.
Director and writer Sean Byrne. Tagline: You don't have to die to go to hell. And
Drag
once
Me to
again,
Hell?
is not Drag Me to Hell.
That would have been a good guess. Yeah.
I'll let Steve have a guess, and then I'll give another tagline if you'd like.
Hellfest?
Go to Hell. Ooh.
Hellfest.
Oh,
Is
Hellfest.
it
That's the one too,
incorrect.
Hellfest.
Okay. This one might give it away.
Okay.
We'll see. Don't break her heart.
Break her heart, her achy, breaky heart. I don't think she'll understand. 2009, Don't Break Her Heart. Gosh. Dead Silence.
I know you're a fan of this one, Todd, for sure. And I
Am I?
feel like I don't know if Steve's ever seen this one. I think he has though.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay, I'll give you one more. Tagline: Prom night can be torture.
Yeah.
Prom Night Can Be Torture.
Carrie?
2000,
Was it?
One of the carries.
No, incorrect.
2009. Don't Break Her Heart. Prom Night Can Be Torture. Gosh, dude. Oh,
And the last.
The Loved
Oh.
Ones.
It is The Loved Ones.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that
Correct.
one.
Oh, you
man.
haven't? Oh, man,
Steve,
you gotta watch that.
That's
Steve.
gotta go to the top of your list.
Yeah,
Really?
agreed.
Yeah, I love that one.
Yeah.
What's her name? Baby or
Great.
something there?
Oh man,
Beauty, Baby, something like that.
no, it's hold on, I got it right
Honey.
here. Lola,
Oh, where the fuck did I
right?
come
Is it
from? All
Lola?
right,
I think so.
maybe. That's a really good movie, man.
Yeah,
I got a
Lola.
Japanese Blu-ray version of that. It's pretty sweet.
Am I not pretty enough?
Is my heart too broken?
Is
Steve's
it
looking
is
it
it
up right
available
now.
anywhere, Steve?
No, it's
For you?
not.
No.
It's probably-
Well,
no.
no.
I have it on
I
my
think
watch
you-
list, but
That's
It's
a
an
blind buy I think you like.
Australian horror movie.
All right, are we done?
Yep.
All right. 3 for me, 2 for Steve. Joe got the 1, which brings me to the lead of 6 to Steve's 5 to Joe's 2 in quarter number 2. trivia?
Alrighty. Thank you, Toddrick. And now, it is time for our main event of the evening, 2004's Saw, directed by James Wan and starring Dina Meyer, Danny Glover, Lee Winnell, Carrie Elwes, and of course, Tobin Bell as Jigsaw. Plot: two men awaken to find themselves on the opposite sides of a dead body, each with specific instructions to kill the other or face consequences. These two are the latest victims of the Jigsaw killer. This, Todd's shaking his head. He doesn't like that plot synopsis. So,
I don't like it
Todd,
'cause it gives it away.
it does. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, actually, it does, right?
It does. It's the
Yeah.
whole it's the whole twist. 'Cause
Well, kind of. But
Well,
if you've never
let's-
seen the movie, you might not know.
I guess.
But Todd, why don't you give us a better plot synopsis for us all? Because you do it the best. We know,
Thank you. Appreciate
Mr.
that.
Todd, and your name's Toddrick today. So take it away, Toddrick.
Todrick the Third. Yeah, two guys, man. They wake up in a dark, dank bathroom. There's shit all over the walls.
Gross.
The lighting sucks, right? One of them's Adam, this younger, mid-20s dude, and there's another guy named Dr. Lawrence Gordon across the way, an older dude. Not old, I say older, but 40s, whatever, played by Carrie Elwes, right? And they're like, "What the fuck are we doing here, man?" They wake up like disorientated, like, "What's going on? I don't know." There's a dead body in the middle of the room. blew his brains out, and they each have little hints and tricks that they discover. They have tapes they have to play, and in those tapes it says, "Hey Adam," um, or "Hey Dr. Gordon, like here's your you've been a loser your entire life. You've been watching people from the shadows. Now you must blah 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 survive this game and win," right? So the whole point of this is who we learn from is the Jigsaw killer, because I think it kind of gives away, Joe, because like Adam is like us, the audience. We don't know what's going on, I guess. And to explain it in the fucking synopsis kind of ruins that punch a little bit. But Dr. Gordon's like, yeah, we're in the Jigsaw's trap, dude, because I was investigated as one of possible suspects for him because they found my doctor's pen light at a crime scene, and that's a whole nother story, right? We learn throughout the movie that these guys aren't, all what they seem, and they aren't given all the information too. Uh, Adam, for instance, has been tailing Dr. Gordon and taking pictures of him as like working as a kind of like a private eye and giving pictures to some unknown dude. Um, Dr. Gordon has been, kind of shady on the side, maybe hooking up with his underling, but he also claims he didn't cheat on his wife, so I don't know. And then yeah, so we're following them as they're trying to figure out how to get out of these traps, how to survive, because Dr. Gordon, he has to kill Adam to get out of the trap by 6 o'clock. And didn't mention though that both of them are chained and both of them have access to saws. And Dr. Gordon's like, he doesn't want us to cut through the chains. He wants us to cut through our feet. Who's gonna do it? I don't know. But yeah, Saw I love, man. And I watched this one with a little bit more critical eye this time, instead of just having fun with it. I watched like, oh, like there's a lot of issues with this film. There's a lot of character stuff that doesn't make sense or isn't plausible to like real life things, like decisions they make. You're like, you would not make that decision, right? Um, Jigsaw being, we'll talk about the twist a little bit more in depth, but Jigsaw being present through the whole thing doesn't make a lot of sense either. I know, like he fucking took some medication, but really he didn't fart one time or queef, or anything like that. It's like, give me a break. So there are a lot of character stuff in here. Zep, the guy that Jigsaw's like paying to or making do his part of the game is to orchestrate Dr. Gordon Adams, like Zep, he's a piece of shit, and it doesn't make a lot of sense for the way he acts in the movie because you're supposed to think that he's the killer and he's not, right? So anyway, um, I love Saw. I love the Saw series. It's one of my favorite series of all time. So like I can't get enough of it. The later ones can be kind of a letdown, but Saw one started it all, and I love it. So problems aside, it's still a great movie. What about you guys?
Yeah, I mean, God, I mean, this is obviously, like I said, sort of spurned the whole rebirth of torture porn. Some people think it started torture porn, maybe it did in some ways. But man, watching it back, like it'd been a little bit, I guess, since I've seen Saw, but I kind of forgot how tame this one was. Like after like watching all the other 10 or whatever, since or 11, whatever. It's 11, right? Because if you include Spiral as part of it, I think it's 11 total in the Saw series. And it's like, this movie is incredibly tame compared to like what happened, like how they just continuously went crazy and sort of off the rails after the fact. So yeah, it was kind of like surprising to see like, oh wow, this actually is like very story based in this one compared to all the others. I agree, Todd. Obviously, like you can definitely pick this movie apart in certain ways, but man, like I don't know, there's just something about this movie. I think that's done so incredibly well. And I think it comes down to the writing for the most part. Like it's just such a good and interesting story, right? Like, two guys waking up in a bathroom and just sort of like all these sort of I guess like escape room style trap puzzles and stuff that they're trying to figure out. It's just so intriguing. I think honestly the weakest part of the movie are in some of the flashbacks. I feel like Danny Glover's character is very wasted here. Like he's good in the beginning and then like it gets really goofy how he becomes like sort of that obsession angle they go with him. Like I didn't love that, and I felt like he really isn't even necessary to the plot. You really could have did sort of without him, completely, honestly. But whatever. He's Danny Glover, and I'm always down for some Danny Glover in my movies, so it's fine. As far as Zep goes, his character makes sense, but some of the choices he does makes absolutely zero sense to the character. And the one thing that specifically sticks out to me is when he points the gun at the mother's head and listens to the heartbeat. It's like there is absolutely no reason you would do that if you're in it as just sort of a game. Why would you play into that torture thing? Like, unless Jigsaw told him to do that, but I don't think he did, like, at all. So I felt like that was really didn't really make any sense, like when looking at it with a critical eye this time around. But yeah, man, I mean, I could see, like, I mean, obviously the twist, which we'll get into, is one of the greatest twists I think in movie history, which is really what makes this movie obviously what it is, and is really what made Saw what it was to become, obviously. And it's so funny because like Jigsaw becomes such a amazing part of this franchise, but in this movie, he's really sort of not seen or known, and it's really just the puppet, which obviously you get the introduction of the puppet too, Billy the Puppet here, which is just such an awesome, creepy sort of character as well. Yeah, man. I mean, it's a great movie. It's very to me, it was very reminiscent of Seven in the beginning at times, and I think it sort of lost that the further we got from it, but it definitely gave me some Seven vibes. I wish they sort of stuck with that throughout the movie, but they don't. But yeah, man, great movie. I mean, we'll get into more.
Yeah, obviously I agree. Saw is like, one of the goats, spawned such a huge franchise, very, very successful. And I like it a lot. There's a lot of great things about it. And I think my favorite thing is the concept. The concept that this guy is, is dying and he appreciates life kind of on a different level, and he wants to punish people who don't appreciate life, and he puts them through these really sick tests to kind of get that, to either waste your life if you want, you'll die, or if you really want to live, then you have to do this. Now, where it falls apart, of course, and I'm sure we'll discuss this, is why is it that some people get such a big chance to survive and some of them have like no shot to survive, basically. We talk about the in the reverse bear trap, the guy with the key in his abdomen really didn't have much of a chance to survive, or maybe that was the point. Maybe he's like a pedophile and John's
Can
like
I
he's irredeemable. So
can I stop you there?
yeah,
Do we think that he failed his game and we just didn't see his game? Or was he just fucked from the beginning?
I
'Cause
mean,
that's always been a question. I'm
if
sure
he
there's an
if
answer
he failed
online.
his game, he's in good shape for failing a game. Like I don't know, like usually
Mm,
people who
that's
go
true.
into a game are pretty fucked up. So I don't
Yeah,
know.
good point.
Yeah. Well, he always, I mean, sorry, Steve, to interrupt
Yeah.
your thoughts, but like it's like to me, like he had to have failed, right? Because John is all about like I don't kill people. I give everyone a chance. So I feel like that guy had to have had a chance, right? Otherwise he wouldn't be like John wouldn't be doing like that. Like it seemed like sort of an out of character moment, for
Yeah.
what is to come with the rest of his games and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, I wish they gave us a little bit more context. Like
Right.
I was about to say is that maybe some people are irredeemable. Like to me, I'd put like a pedophile in that position. Like he's
Sure.
fucking, kill him, and it's someone else's trap. Just use him as a prop. But then I also think of like the one where he's got all the like gas on him and stuff, and there's fucking he has a candle and he has to find a
Yeah.
combination. There's no fucking way, man. There's like no way he's gonna find a combination in that room. So I don't know. Some traps are just seem to be a little bit more fair than others to me. I don't know if it's the severity of what you've done or how John perceives it, but anyway, that's just if you overthink it, that's what it is. But still, I think the concept is super cool, and I really like seeing it in this movie. I love the escape room concept as well. I kind of wish they did a little bit more of it, like them
Mhm.
figuring stuff out as opposed to just kind of bitching a lot of the time. But it was still really, really cool to see. And yeah, of course, there's going to be some things that are going to fall apart when you're really kind of looking into it. But on the other end, like you see John in the hospital and he's drawing the reverse bear trap in the hospital. And if you spot that, you would know who the killer is. But no one's going to spot that because it's just a detail
Right.
in the background, right? Like, so there are little things that are interesting upon a rewatch and knowing kind of what the twist is. And yeah, it's still an amazing movie in my books.
Do you guys think, well, I know there's two camps with this. So where do you guys sit? John, an actual philosopher, whatever you want to call him, or just a stupid piece of shit that is a serial killer and he just tries to get away with it a little bit.
I think he's a maniac for sure, right? Like he thinks he's doing good, but I mean, he's at
He's a
the end of the
hypocrite.
day, he's a serial killer, and yeah, he's
Yeah.
like Steve said, he's some of these people he gives legitimate chances, and other people, there's no fucking way you're gonna be able to like going through fucking razor wire, like you're going to bleed out, like you know what I mean, like and that one guy who gets stuck in the razor wire. Like even like getting down to Adam's thing, like he puts the key in the
Mm.
bathtub that gets sucked down the drain. Like if that thing gets sucked down the drain, like there's no fucking like you know what
Yeah,
I
there's
mean?
no
That gives
chance.
you
He
there's
he
No,
wakes
yeah.
no
up
chance.
drown. He
Right,
wakes up drowning. How's he gonna know there's a
right,
fucking key right there?
right,
Right.
exactly. So it's
Yeah.
like, yeah,
The,
like
the key to that lock is in the bathtub, bitch. It just got went down the drain. Give me some
Yeah.
plumbing tools, I guess.
right, and like he gets worse and like he gets worse, but then and it's like weird because then like in the sequels, Amanda doesn't give people
Yeah,
chances,
and he gets all
like
mad
or
about
whatever,
it.
and he gets all mad about it, and it's like, well, fucking, you did the
Didn't
same
she
thing,
fuck
man.
Adam over though? Wasn't she the one that fucked the
Is
key
oh,
up? I think
maybe
they
do we find
revealed
out in the
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
sequels? Yeah, I don't
What do
recall.
you think about
'Cause
Kramer though, Steve?
you see that bathroom scene like three times in the
Yeah.
series. Like they
Yeah,
keep
you
going
do.
back to it. Yeah. Sorry, what'd you say?
What do you think about John? You think he's a piece of shit, or he has
I mean,
some?
the whole thing is that like these people didn't get their due process, right? Like, why? What makes him the judge, jury, and executioner? It's just like, yeah, I mean, the concept is good, but what's his process like? Is he 100% sure that these people have done these things? Like, it's just like
But like,
that's
what did
why
Amanda do that was so bad? She was just
Well,
like an addict,
she's an
I
right? They
addict.
never
Yeah,
said like she did anything crazy, like because she just doesn't like
she's killing
appreciate
herself
life,
basically.
well,
Yeah,
so she's just
those
doing
are my
drugs.
notes. Those
But
are my
like, you're
notes
not.
too.
She's only hurting herself per se there. I mean, yeah, you hurt other people as an addict, like mentally and emotionally and stuff. But like, did she like steal from people? Like, we don't really know. Like, obviously, junkies can steal from people and stuff like that. But like, I feel like we need a little more backstory with Amanda, which I don't remember if we get like sort of that
We
stuff in the
we get a
sequels
lot of
per
her. Yeah.
se.
we get,
Yeah,
yeah, especially in the sequels. Yeah, but we get a little
yeah.
bit in this one too. Like,
Mhm. Well, my point is here is like I wrote this down. Do any of these guys deserve it? We have one guy suicidal. Okay, that sucks. Like he needs mental health, right? Mental health help. We have a guy that makes up workman's comp violations. Sucks, but
And
does he
that's
deserve to fucking
bad.
die?
I
right?
don't know. Yeah, right. Yeah, I don't
No,
know
like
about
yeah, it
that.
sucks, and he should be in jail for fraud, but not like
Yeah,
cut
that's
off your
not the
fucking arm
worst
to,
thing. Yeah,
whatever he had to do. And then
yeah,
Amanda, she has, heroin problems or whatever, which sucks, but
yeah,
you get to split her head apart for that? Like,
yeah. Mhm.
come
That's
on,
what I'm
man.
saying. Like he's clearly, yeah. I mean, he's a maniac. He's not
And then,
doing like I agree with Steve. Like if there all these people were fucking pedophiles
yeah,
or fucking murderers or something, but
But
like
even
half of these
then,
people,
the movie I talked about what watched last week called Snowtown or the Snowtown Murders, that was his goal is to like kill pedophiles essentially. But
Mhm.
love it.
eventually, like he wasn't doing his process and he was killing people that he just didn't like that he thought were
Yeah,
might have been and they not they weren't and that's what happened. That's why we have a process for this shit, and the
right,
process is far from fucking perfect, but you still
right.
have to go through it. It's just what makes
Mhm.
this one guy decide whether it's true or not. So there's two
Yeah, I
sides.
mean, yeah, he's
So
playing. I mean, he's playing God, and
Yeah.
I mean, I guess right. You by making
superiority complex.
you're also like making these characters somewhat sympathetic too, I
Mhm.
suppose, right? Because you're like, oh man, I don't know if they really deserve that. Whereas if it's like pedophiles, you're like, fuck, good, like you're rooting for John Kramer. Whereas I feel like I guess it makes it more interesting if there is that sort of conflict of, is he really doing like good stuff?
But
So
he does like to Todd's point, like, he punishes people for like such small things.
right.
Was it Saw X that someone just like an orderly like steals something, but he brings it
Well,
back and like
yeah, he fantasized about sucking his eyeballs out
yeah, right,
for
yeah.
stealing a watch. But
But
like
yeah,
Dr. Gordon and Adam, may not be career orientated, but does that mean he needs to fucking cut his leg off to survive?
right.
And then Gordon may be cheating on his wife and, doesn't have the best bedside manner with his patients. Does he deserve to cut off his leg? Like Kramer's just a fucking asshole, man. And he's a hypocrite and he wants to have his cake and eat it too. I fuck him. Still love the series though, and Kramer's still a really, really good villain.
Yeah.
Um, let's see. Oh, I thought something would be really funny. You know how like Gordon has to, or maybe Adam, whoever gets a tape recorder has to stretch and like make like a pulley system to try to get the tape recorder. What if they
Yeah.
couldn't get the
Yeah.
tape recorder?
Right.
Yeah.
Like they're
Yeah.
just they couldn't. So they like they just Zip's gonna let them die in there. What's the
Yeah.
deal?
Then it's
There's-
like they're just too stupid to survive.
Yeah, I
Right.
guess there's a
Right.
lot to
Fuck
chance
'em.
though, you know.
Right. Yeah, I mean, so is that revealed in the sequels too, that Kramer put like some sort of drug in his body
Yeah.
to like be able to
He
stand
like
that?
relaxed himself to where his
yeah.
heartbeat was at like the absolute minimum.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Didn't fart though.
Yeah.
So is he
and
awake?
he's on his stomach, like bullshit.
Are we
Yeah.
to believe he's
Fart.
awake the whole time? Like,
I don't think so.
no, he's like
Because
knocked
he's
out sort
recording.
of, and then
Zep's
comes
recording it
to.
for him. I think that's what I took it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
But
he timed it.
just to get one more thing about John, I don't think he was supposed to be a hero in this movie. I think people in the first few, like in the sequels, started kind of seeing him as kind of the hero.
Yeah.
Whereas in this one, I think he's clearly the villain. You know.
Yeah, I mean, he kills that cop who's completely innocent. Obviously,
Yeah, absolutely.
And he slashes, Danny
Danny
Glover's
He kills him
throat.
too. Kills both the cops.
Yeah, kills them both.
He does kill Danny eventually,
then-
right? Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
and then in Saw 2, he does the same thing. He kills the SWAT guys, and then in
Yeah.
Saw, like
Mhm.
everyone he kidnaps is like, I see like in Saw X, sure they were, fakely operating on people and all that stuff that they deserve it,
Mhm.
but
Right.
like yeah, these early ones are like kind of stretching it, bud.
Well, that SAR X is supposed to take place even before this, right? If I'm not mistaken,
think
that was like his original. That
after-
was the first.
No,
draft
yeah,
he
no,
ever
yeah,
did.
he has Hoffman in that room, and they're setting it up.
Oh,
at,
you're
at
right.
the end
Yeah.
of Saw X,
Yeah,
I thought he didn't get Hoffman.
because they go back to that
So later,
fucking bathroom again. Like,
yeah, that was like
the
the
bathroom's
original.
iconic, guys, come on.
yeah.
Dude, out of all props, I know you own a prop from Dr. Gordon's office, right, Steve?
Yeah, I've Dr. Gordon's medical certificate, and I have
That's awesome.
a Hoffman commendation, like
That's
Mhm.
cool.
his office. Yeah.
But out of everything in this movie, I would love to have the little bathroom diorama that
Oh, yeah,
John
yeah.
Oh
Kramer
yeah,
made.
with the
That's
Barbie
awesome.
dolls
Like,
and shit.
He has so much time. He builds a model app. It reminds me of Back to the Future when he makes a scale model of the
Right.
town. I'm like, holy shit.
Sorry, I didn't have time to paint it.
Yeah.
It's like a super impressive
Did
model
we
he built
ever
overnight.
find? Did we ever find out like
Yeah.
what John did for work?
He was a
Like,
mechanical engineer.
A mechanical engineer.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's
Yeah,
why he's able to do all
he's
this
really
stuff.
good at shit, yeah.
Yeah, you guys got good
Um,
memories, man. Of all these sequels.
Oh, I just watched them all last year
Did
before
you?
Saw X.
I'm gonna do a rewatch too because I'm in the Saw mood. But I want to go back to Zet, man. Like he's a very good red herring. We think it's him,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
but like you said, man, like he is doing way too much.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be a victim, and
Right.
But
I think
wonder,
he's just a rotten motherfucker.
yeah, I wonder if that's part of his problem is that he has like a superiority issue, like a control
Oh,
issue,
maybe.
where he just, when he's in control, he just becomes a total fucking nightmare. And he just kind of,
That's
even
true.
in that situation, having that bit of control, he like just does weird shit just to get like a rise, yeah?
He does
Mhm.
interrupt Dr. Gordon when he's teaching the students too, which
Yeah.
shut your fucking mouth. He's teaching the students, you know?
Right.
And he kind of has that little smug. His name's whatever.
Yeah.
John.
Well,
Yeah, he has a name. Yeah.
he probably gets like fucking just abused all the time at work, and the little abuse he has, little power he has, he like reverses it, right? It's like,
It's a good point.
Mhm.
It's a good
Mhm.
point. Maybe he liked it. Little
yeah,
freak.
he must
Yeah.
have yeah. That's
Yeah,
why
but
he's in the trap, right?
He's fucking weird though. I like his line that he is really funny when he screams, "Diana!" I've always
Yeah,
thought that was
yeah.
fucking hilarious.
There's some
yeah.
pretty bad acting in this movie, by the way.
Yeah,
Like I
yeah,
don't
there
know,
is. It's rough.
like
They
even
can-
like Lionel and
Yeah.
Carrie always towards the end, it gets a
Mhm.
little fucking goofy.
They start butting heads together. I will come
Yeah.
back. I promise.
Yeah.
Yeah, diorama. Oh, come on, Danny Glover. Okay. There's so many opportunities and right times to call for backup. Like, okay, I get like, all right, we're gonna go look at the warehouse. We'll see what we see.
Well, can we stop right there for a
Yeah.
second though? Dude, he's like the shittiest cop ever. Cause right, so like you go and he's like, "What search warrant?" It's like, okay, so you're breaking in without a search warrant. You catch this guy. Guess what? All that shit's gonna get thrown out because you did the fucking wrong thing by going in there without a search warrant. He fucking Kramer probably would get off. Like, I'm like, what the fuck?
Although-
like, I understand it's like convenient for the plot,
Yeah.
but like in real life, like those dudes would get fucking fired and like be like thrown off the force for like going in without a search warrant.
So I 100% agree, but they're gonna be like, we heard a scream. And then
Right, yeah,
they had
right,
that guy in the
yeah.
trap, so there's
Yeah,
your
yeah.
due process
True.
or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, they go into the fucking warehouse, they verify this Jigsaw, and they don't do anything. They find
Yeah.
a guy tied up, they don't
He's
do
like,
anything.
we want to see. I want to see what he does. It's like,
Why? Why does he have to wait? He's tied
Yeah.
up with drill bits to his head. I
Right.
want to see him fucking. I want to see what he does. Why? What are you waiting for him to see? You want to see him kill him?
Yeah.
Like, what are you waiting for?
No, yeah.
They're so fucking dumb.
Yep.
And then he doesn't call cops at the later half too, when his partner was killed a couple years ago, right? And then he tracks him down again, and he doesn't call for backup once again, and it leads to his death. You're right, Joe. He's the worst fucking cop of all time.
He is.
You know what
Does
the
that-
worst part is? It's not a couple years ago. It's 5 months.
Oh my-
They
Come on,
specified
Glover,
how is it in
please.
5 months he becomes from like this cop and he's got an apartment full of shit all over like 5 months.
He becomes like a psychotic,
Yeah, like-
obsession.
It's crazy.
Because he is responsible for his partner dying, you know, because he fucking
Oh, yeah.
did everything completely
Well,
wrong.
his partner too is stupid because don't go after the master of traps in his fucking lair when your partner's bleeding out. You know,
yeah,
what I mean?
but
Just call for
adrenaline,
backup.
I get it. You know, like
I guess.
what
But there's
hap-
a
what happens to Dina Meyer's cop character in this? I kind of
nothing.
forget.
She's just
She-
kind of
she,
there.
like, Does she
She
like
dies.
disappear though?
she
Does
dies in 4 or 5.
I know she dies in 4, but like, what happens to her in this?
we
Do
don't,
they
we don't,
just-
they don't really focus on her. She's just at the
No.
crime scenes, really. She's just like
Yeah.
a detective there.
Okay.
She's bigger role in 2, right? With
Yeah.
Wahlberg.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, and then she's prominent in 3 and 4, and then
Yeah.
dies
Yep.
somewhere.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a trap that John gets mad at Amanda
Oh.
because
Yeah, that's the one
she
Amanda
didn't have a
cheats
shot.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, she
doesn't
can't get
give
out
her
of
a
it.
sh- Yeah.
exactly.
It like rips her rib cages apart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
brutal.
Yeah, that's a cool
Yeah.
kill.
Yeah.
Or that dude in one of the movies where he has like a he's in like a room with bombs and he has like a thing through his jaw and he has to
Oh,
rip it
yeah,
out.
that's
Like
a
you have
good
to rip
one.
off your jaw.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
There's just some great fucking like traps in this series.
Mhm.
I mean, yeah. I mean, the reverse bear trap's really the most iconic one.
Favorite
and,
from
this
this
one.
from this
I would
movie is
say.
Bear Trap.
I mean, it's not my favorite.
From, the,
I just
from,
feel like
this,
it's
from
the most.
Saw 1.
It's from the Saw one. Yeah, I mean, you don't see what happens though, you know, right? Like it's not like a death scene. So as far as like death scene goes, I mean, I'm trying to think. Probably the razor wire is like the one that's probably the most brutal. And man, what's with Juan in this one doing that like the fast motion camera work?
Yeah.
I did not love that.
I
Like,
think
at
that's the
all.
product of its
Like,
time.
with yeah,
The shaky cam kind of thing.
and like the car chase. Like
Well,
when they're driving the
I
car.
told you that in a trivia. I think I asked you guys that in a trivia like not super long ago, where they ran out of money and they need to get those car scenes, so they just
Yeah.
put the car in a warehouse
Yeah.
and shook it, and like
It looks so
and-
bad. It
Yeah,
looked
they-
really
they
bad.
Hey,
have
that's
budget
indie
for it.
movies, man. That's indie
Exactly.
movies.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I mean, this, it's crazy. Like, this put Juan on the map. Like, obviously, it's funny. Like, he hasn't really made anything as raw, I guess, since like, or
He's got money.
yeah, right. Yeah, I mean, but he wasn't. I mean, I don't know. I respect the hell out of *Malignant*, man. Like, it's just such a fucking bizarre movie for him to go to
And
after that.
Dead
Like,
Silence is a like
That
Yeah.
sounds
interesting-
good, yeah.
yeah.
know.
Mhm.
What's your favorite trap in this one, Steve? Is it maybe we get a couple.
I mean, the bear trap's definitely the most iconic, right? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's really cool. But the challenge is just short. It's just
Mm-hmm.
like get a key, basically. So I didn't love that.
What if the key was in his fucking like ball sack or something?
Yeah, right.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
Like, how do you know it's in the stomach? Because
She
the
said
question mark
she
on
knows
his
There was
stomach?
a
Yeah,
there was a
there's a
question
question mark,
mark,
yeah.
right?
Does it say?
Yeah,
Okay.
on the stomach. Yeah.
Well,
I think it even says it in the video. Like,
okay, that makes more sense. But I love that he like sets up doll. If you look at it like from not horror perspective, he's like really setting up Tricycle Man to come out and
Yeah.
talk to you. Come on.
So cool though.
Oh, it's
It
awesome.
like there's never like any like mention of like why he decided to choose like a like a Billy the Puppet type like
Later on, there
like
is.
clown
yeah,
type
they
puppet.
show
There
a
is-
bit,
they
build
do.
it later, but
Right.
It's a gift to
yeah,
his,
but like
his
why?
wife or
Oh, it's
something.
like a why? Okay, so
and then
Before
the,
I gotta
yeah,
go back and rewatch all 11 of these apparently.
right, the pig mask also introduced in this one, like just
Yeah.
kind of there. They don't
Mhm.
mention the fact that it's like it's just a creepy thing.
So some of those flashbacks are Amanda, right?
Yeah, the pig mask is Amanda,
Pig Mask is
or
Amanda.
most
and,
of it. So John does it
Hoff-
sometimes, but
and Hoffman's not in them yet.
no.
No.
Well,
As far
so
as- well,
he helped
he-
him set
Does
up
he?
the bathroom according
That's
to
right.
Saw X.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
he might have been there too.
Yeah.
How about the scene where Adam's in his apartment and he has to use his flash? That was pretty cool. Like in
that's
a,
I've seen that before, but it's so
we have
effective.
seen it before, yeah.
It's an effective scene.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
When did you guys like jump off the Saw train? Was there ever a period like there was like I think after 4 I jumped off for a while and didn't come back. Like I didn't watch 5, 6, and 7 in the theaters, I don't think.
I saw them all in the
only
theater actually.
Did
Oh,
you?
nice.
Yeah.
For you.
From 1 all the way to even not Spiral. Spiral I watched on, but that might have been a COVID release. I don't remember.
Didn't we do Spiral on the show?
We did,
We
but
did
I
do-
think
we
it
covered
was
Spiral.
when it was on VOD.
Uh,
I don't think I saw that one in the theater.
do the
Did-
Spiral voice, Joe.
I don't even remember it now.
You
Hello,
like
detective.
Yeah.
There it is.
It was really fucking goofy. I remember
Hello.
that.
Yeah, yeah, but so something that
Spiral
was
isn't
interesting
terrible. Come on.
Yeah.
when I rewatched the series last year is that there are some really solid ones in the middle there too. Like I think
I
it's
love 4
like
and 5.
6 maybe that's really fucking good. Maybe it's 5. I don't remember. One of them I was like surprised at how good it was.
Yeah.
Like,
The stuff with Hoffman and Agent Stram are fucking great.
yeah,
I think that's 4 and 5.
Mhm.
Where, yeah, dude, I can't wait for those. You know the one I know you like it a lot, Joe. It's 3. I'm not
I like
a
3.
big fan
Yeah.
of that one.
I know most
That's-
people don't like it. I like. I've always
I
like.
like it.
I always thought 3 wrapped up the series perfectly. I feel like 1, 2, and 3 all really solid. Like it's a great way to wrap up like the trilogy. Like with Jigsaw dying at the end and like that's it. And then they continued on. And I was like, really? Do we really need to keep
Yeah.
going with this? And I think that's why like after like I watched 4 in theaters, and I was like, all right, like I think I've had enough of Saw for a while. And like I took a break and then I came back to it. And
Came crawling back.
yeah, I
You
came
know,
crawling back.
the original concept for 3 was Dr. Gordon was going to be the main guy again
Right.
in a trap, and then
I
his
was
wife.
hoping for. I think we always hope for that, and then what? He finally does come back in what?
in 3D.
7? Is that
Yeah,
7?
it's 7. Yeah,
7.
the
yeah.
final
Which is-
chapter.
Which is whatever. I don't love it.
No,
Yeah.
it's definitely one of the
It's
weaker
definitely a
ones in the
fan
series.
service for sure. Yeah.
I've been helping the whole time.
Yeah, but six, I just wrote down 6. I gave 4 out of 5. I really like 6. Like out of
Oh, very
nowhere,
cool.
it just
Which
like
one is which?
it's
So that's not.
it's
is
the
that
one
the
that
final
has
chapter?
like a bunch of people in like almost like a playhouse.
Oh, the insurance
like,
agents.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
yeah, that one. It's just got some really cool traps and stuff. So
I love the series.
yeah, it's a great series.
Yeah.
Like I'm bummed that it's over, and really at this point, like
Yeah.
with Tobin Bell's age,
Tobin's getting pretty old, man. He's like in his 80s, and
yeah.
You
I
know,
just
some
don't.
copycats though. I mean, that it's prime for copycats.
It just won't be this. I don't know if it's going to be the same without Tobin though. That
Right.
iconic voice, unless he sells his voice like fucking James Earl Jones did to Disney, like sells
Right.
his,
Did?
his
I didn't
voice
know
rights
he-
to.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah,
Huh.
yeah. I mean, can you continue on with like just like Amanda,
you
like
can.
Shawnee
Well,
Smith, like?
I don't think she was great in X.
No,
personally.
no. Well, it's
No.
mainly the wig, man. That fucking wig was terrible.
But
Like-
I was getting used to Hoffman, so I guess
yeah,
someone else.
yeah. You could have like
you know,
Amanda and Hoffman.
Hoffman's
like,
dead,
or
though.
it
Yeah.
could be someone else. Really, like it could be
Some random,
some random
like
one.
Yeah.
like-
Eh.
Jigsaw.
like Spiral.
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
but
Spiral. and
it's
Jigsaw.
probably it's the voice, man. That like honestly, just
Oh, wow.
just change the voice and you got a better movie, an extra star.
Yeah. Speaking of
Yeah.
stars,
No.
we done?
I mean, there's
Anything else?
there's not a whole lot. It's like
I
there's a
mean,
lot to
we haven't
discuss,
even
but not
talked
a
about
lot.
really the twist. Like,
Yeah, the
Oh,
twist we
shit.
have to talk about. Yeah,
yeah, we gotta talk about the end. Like,
I want you to describe
no
where
one
you
can.
were.
No one can say they saw that coming, right?
No, if you did, you're lying. There's no fucking way.
Yeah.
but I remember seeing it in theaters, and
I started in theaters too.
thinking that it was basically everyone in the movie but the fucking dead body. Like everyone's okay. Oh, maybe he's maybe the fucking Asian agent isn't really dead, and he's got something to do with it. Oh no, maybe it's fucking like I'm starting to like just my mind's wandering. They did such a great job of concealing. You would never think it's it. It was cool.
No, it was. I mean, it was amazing. Like, it was. It's one of the best twists in, I wouldn't even say horror history, but movie history. Like,
Yeah.
it's just like it's nothing anyone saw coming. It was. I mean, my jaw hit the fucking floor. Like, I remember.
But
I was like,
let me ask you this.
holy shit.
Same twist, not the same score. Is it as effective? Because I think the score
is great.
really, really helps that. Yeah.
The score's great, and then just sort of like obviously like the door slamming,
Adam
the
screaming
game
too,
and the
"Don't
game
leave me."
over line and everything. It's just I mean, it's just great. It's just an
Yeah.
iconic moment.
The way it's shot is so brilliant. How you're
It
kind of
is.
looking, over Adam's like it's almost Adam's point of view, or
He's us in the
she's
movie.
facing the
Yeah.
camera, and then you
Yeah.
see the body like slowly rise in the background. Like, oh shit!
Yeah. He's us because he's slack jawed,
Yeah,
scared, and my reaction was like, holy
confused.
shit.
That's
Yeah.
great. It's like,
It's awesome. But yeah, the music. I agree though. The music, they nailed that too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm trying to. Yeah, this was Juan's first movie, right? Like this was his
Yes.
debut, from what I'm seeing here. It looked like he made a couple other. Well, he made a short, which I've never seen the short. Has it ever been released? It's got a 9-minute short
It's
called
probably on the
Saw.
special features, I bet.
Yeah, it might be.
Mhm.
Then he made in 1998. He made a movie called Stygian, which I've never even heard of.
Hmm.
Steve might need to do it to complete your James Wan.
filmography.
It's a 1 hour 12-minute non-rated movie.
Oh,
Jamie and Melinda, a young couple, find themselves trapped in another world known as Exile. Jamie must seek out Melinda in this new world. Horror movie.
Oh.
So they don't know
Cool.
if it's available. It's got a horrible, horrible poster.
Whoa,
on
what is that?
IMDb. It's
that
like
a
a
clown?
clown. Yeah, it looks very low budget.
I'm into
Obviously,
it.
but yeah, it came out. But yeah, this was Juan's first foray, really, and
Well, he
and,
killed it because
and the rest is history. I mean, he's now one of the most prolific
Yeah.
directors out there. I mean, he's fucking in the
He started 3 of the biggest franchises in horror. Like,
Yeah.
one person. That's ridiculous.
Well, I'm trying to think. Saw and Insidious. What's the third one?
And Conjuring.
Oh, Conjuring. That's right. Yeah.
That's like fucking
Yeah.
3 major
Right.
fucking franchises that was
Yeah.
started by one guy.
Right.
I
Yeah.
mean, with help, but like,
Right.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, and Lee Winnell himself has gone on to
Yeah, and he's
be
starting
a
to,
prolific.
yeah.
Yeah, has been a great director too. Obviously, he's basically anchoring the whole new Universal Monsters movies. With doing Wolfman and Invisible Man.
Mhm.
So it's great. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you guys think of Gordon's acting when he's got his leg chopped off?
It's fucking terrible.
Right? And he's
It's
all
awful.
pale and shit, and he's
Like I tried to not notice it as much this time around, but it's just like I'm like, man, and Carrie Ellis is a great actor. But man, it's just like
his
really,
British accent kind of starting to hint out,
Yeah,
like
it
come out
does,
a
yeah.
little bit at times.
yeah, right, yeah. I mean, yeah.
I'm not gonna cut off my foot and leg.
Yeah.
And now, and now
So
he
this,
puts himself in boxes at cons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
He was nice when I met him. He was
Did I
nice.
talk about the reason for that on air?
I
Uh,
don't remember if he did.
So someone at a convention straight up asked him, like, what's up with the fucking box? So he says that he doesn't like the meat factory like feel of a convention.
I
So
respect that then.
he wants to have a one-on-one with the person who's paying money to have time with him. So he puts himself in a box so there's no distractions. It's just him.
I like
and
that. I mean, if
the
that's
person.
true, I respect it.
I could see it. Kevin Smith does the same thing, and I know that's his
Yeah.
reason too. So yeah, so that's why he wants no distractions. It's really just you and the guest, not a
Yeah, like all the distractions around and whatnot.
yeah.
I
exactly.
mean, if that's the true reason, then yeah, I mean, I can respect that for sure. I mean, that's nice.
Yep.
So on a 1.2 million budget, this made 104 mil.
Jeez.
Amazing.
So, killed it, dude.
Amazing. No, and that's
Nailed
just box office. I mean,
Mhm.
think
yeah.
about, obviously merch, DVDs, Blu-ray. I mean, fucking the amount of Saw merch. I mean, I have Billy the Puppet right behind me sitting on a trike, and it's awesome. You guys have all met Tobin, right? At this point?
No.
No?
Yeah, I have his autograph, but I never got to meet him.
Gotcha.
The only person I met from Saw is actually Danny Glover.
Oh, no Shawnee either?
No.
You'll get a chance to meet Shawnee. She does.
Yeah.
She's eluded me, man.
cons.
I always
Really?
Yeah, I've got Carrie and Tobin, but no Shawnee. She's always at cons, but I never see her.
Yeah, I've yet to meet Kerry. I was going to at one con, but his line was so long because it wasn't a horror con. It was a regular
Princess
Comic
Bride
Con,
con.
and the amount of Princess Bride. Yeah, it was like all fucking Princess Bride fans, and I was like, oh fuck that, never
Good
mind.
movie though.
Yes.
Yeah, indeed. All right. Well, I think that about wraps it up for Saw. But what do our friends over at Letterboxd have to? Oh wait, actually we have to review it ourselves first, I guess. All right, let's review this sucker, gentlemen. I forgot we didn't do that yet. Yeah, I mean, I'll start us off. What can you say? It's just an iconic movie in horror. Does it have its issues? Sure, but that ending honestly forgives just about any sort of issues that I might have with this movie, along with just sort of just the reaction of seeing it in the theater for the first time. Like I still remember it to this day. It's so iconic. There's so many iconic things that have come from this entire franchise. And it wouldn't have happened without this first movie, which I think is probably the best. Honestly, I think part one probably is the best, but some of the sequels are equally or close to as good. But it all started with this one. I give it a 4.5 out of 5.
I agree with you. I give it a 4.5 out of 5 as well. I had it originally at a 5, but if you step back a little bit, there are some issues with it. It's not perfect, but you don't have any of the series without it. So I'm at a 4.5 out of 5. Best twist of all time, except maybe Star Wars.
Yeah, I agree. It's impact to horror 5 out of 5, but realistically, to me, it's a 4.5 out of 5. Great movie. It has a lot of issues when you really break it down, but it doesn't matter because I've watched it probably 10 times at least since it released, and I will keep watching it every few years. And often, I'll watch Saw sometimes, just Saw, and then sometimes I'll do the whole series. So yeah, it's definitely amazing.
Was this number one for best of decade, 2000 to 2010?
I think so.
Or 2000 to 2009?
2000, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think it may have been. I'll have to go back and look at my notes, but I think it was. Okay, what do our friends over at Letterboxd have to say about this one? Currently sitting at a 3.6 out of 5 over on Letterboxd. I think it deserves a little higher, but I can see people. Not everyone's on that torture porn train. Would you call this one torture porn though? I know obviously the later ones started getting really torture porny, especially like I would say even 2 totally gets into torture porn, but this one, I don't know if I would call it torture porn per se.
Yeah, it sparked the flame, but it's not the full candle. Like it.
Sure.
This one's pretty tame compared to the future. But at the time, this was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. I mean, that Saw cutoff scene was pretty great.
Yeah.
It's pretty brutal. Okay. All right. I think that's going to wrap it up then for this week's episode. Steven, what do we get next week?
So we are going to the theater this week, and we're going to watch Ryan Coogler's new film, Sinners, which is getting a ton of buzz. We actually had Until Dawn scheduled, but Sinners came out of nowhere and just fucking blew everyone away. So we're like, oh, guess Until Dawn's getting shelved for now. So we're going to do Sinners, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm seeing it tomorrow in Screen X, which is 3 screens. I'm really curious what that's going to look like, so we'll see.
3 screens. How's that work?
I don't know. I'll let you know next week.
Yeah, what's that? What's that?
Alrighty, so go and check out Sinners for next week. It is currently in theaters, and we'll cover Until Dawn eventually, so don't you worry, folks. We'll jump probably VOD or something like that once that hits. In the meantime, you can keep up with the podcast, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Threads. Just search the Horror Squad Podcast. You can email us anytime, thehorrorsquadpodcast@gmail.com. But of course, the absolute best way to keep up with the podcast is our Discord. Totally and completely free to join. It's linked over on our Instagram, or just send us an email or a DM and we'll get you a link to join the Discord. Movie clubs every single month, including this Friday night. Steve will be watching ABC's Death 2. All you gotta do is join the Discord. There is a movie club channel over there, and Steve will post the link right in that thing. You click on that link, and you are immersed with a bunch of other horror fans watching movies every single month. It's a great time, so go and join Steve over on Movie Club. We also now have VR Club over there too, for those of you with VR headsets, where you can play video games with fellow horror fans and just hang out, talk horror, do that as well. Amongst several other channels, you can sift through and talk about anything and everything horror and non-horror. Also, if you haven't already, leave us a 5-star review on your favorite podcast app. That helps get the word out and helps spread the podcast. Or you can buy merch, tpublic.com, the Horror Squad Podcast. We have several different things to choose from over there, including the final episode merch as well. And I think that's about it, folks. So we'll see you next week for Sinners. See ya.
Bye.